Your trim doesn't have to look like this forever. We have a few quick tricks to help keep it looking brand new like you just pulled off the lot. So the easiest way to restore and protect your trim is with a Trim Shine product. Again, this is probably going to be the least durable of the products we're going to show you and least durable of the solutions. However, it's the quickest. So if you just got done washing your car, you're going on a ride, and you realize that your trim looks like this. You got the zebra stripes, you got the classic chalky oxidation, and you want to cover it up. The easiest way is with Trim Shine. And before we get into it, I know there's going to be comments, oh, you just use olive oil, you just use the WD-40, you just use Stop. Just stop. Olive oil is probably more expensive than this, first of all, and it doesn't have the UV inhibitors. It doesn't have the additional conditioners that will go back and kind of rejuvenate the plastic. Just use the Trim Shine, all right? It's super easy for places like that. Brett, if you want to see like the kind of fun nooks and crannies, that is where something like an aerosol version is going to excel, because it just gets in there, and with a little bit of finesse and a little bit of technique, you can get into those and you get a very even coating. The formulation is designed to help wet out naturally, so it's going to level itself out as you spray, and you can take care of very large areas very quickly. Now, what you can expect from Trim Shine is weeks of protection. If you don't have terrible weather and things like that, it could go maybe a month or two, but this is a fairly temporary fix. However, while it is on there, it is protecting your trim. It is reconditioning your trim. It is restoring that trim to some level. So if you would do this as a maintenance product, if you're washing your car and using Trim Shine as your car ages, your trim is going to stay looking better longer, as long as you keep that coating, that protection on there. Pretty quickly you can see the difference between the treated and the untreated trim. Again, still chalky, zebra stripes, and then quick application of Trim Shine. Brett was mentioning that so far, at least in the camera, you can see some kind of high spots. That will, like I mentioned before, naturally wet itself out. However, if you like a more kind of satin natural look, you can give it a quick wipe. Again, this isn't going to be taking lots of it off, but it's going to knock down the shine for those who like the more kind of OEM natural matte look. If you like it shiny, pour it on there. But pretty quickly, you'll get a great looking bumper or whatever you're spraying. And again, if you want to even it out, you're jumping in the car right away, just give it a quick wipe down. It'll knock down the high spots, but those will naturally level themselves. This isn't going to be the long-term permanent fix. However, it gets your car looking great with minimal effort. So level 2 of durability and protection for your trim is something like a hybrid ceramic type product. So this is going to bond more specifically to your rubber, your vinyl in this case, or your plastic trim. Great for large applications because it's in this trigger format. So this is going to bond specifically to this vinyl top. This vinyl top is getting the majority of the UV rays beating that heat, that kind of expansion and contraction is going to happen all the time. So this takes a beating. So you want something a little bit more protective on that surface. These types of products still have the UV inhibitors. It has the oils and kind of components that will kind of restore and rejuvenate that plastic and the trim and the vinyl. So it's going to do a good job. It's going to stay there a little bit longer. Hybrid ceramic type products like this hybrid ceramic Trim Shine will last months of durability. So put this on before you go down to the beach for the summer or when you're detailing pre-summer, and it's going to be lasting that all summer long. Again, benefit here in a trigger application is you can get very large areas done very quickly. It's interesting, now that we spray this out, that kind of a white liquid and a clear liquid in case of the Trim Shine can make trim look darker or blacker. So if you're curious about that, stick to the last step because we'll explain why that works. However, getting back to this, quick wipe, large surface areas, and it's going to protect for months at a time. Again, the process is also quite simple, like the trim shine, you're spraying and wiping in this case. Another point to make, I mentioned how much of a beating this surface is taking. Why wouldn't we go to the maximum protection? We need this to be, because this is a vinyl top, this is very flexible, you need the coating on it to be just as flexible. So we can't put one of these kind of true permanent ceramics on here because of how much this is going to move. You go down the highway, those of you who own a Jeep know that as soon as you hit 55, this thing's going to start moving and shaking. So you want more of the hybrid type product on this surface. Again, quick spray and wipe, get the whole surface area. This is going to cross-link and bond to the vinyl here. That's going to happen over the next couple hours, but there's no problem with you driving away with this right away. The most permanent fix for your trim is going to be a true ceramic product. This is going to actually put a additional layer of protection on top of your trim. It's going to fill in the nooks and crannies. It's going to fill in those voids and put a multi-year coating onto your trim. It's still able to get worn over time and things like that. However, it is the most durable thing you can put on your trim. And good news is it's also easy to put on, easy to apply. So again, these fenders are famous on Jeeps for turning this nice light chalky gray. And you can put trim shines on, you can put hybrids on it. That is going to wear off, in weeks or months. This is going to give you years of durability and give that ability for your trim to last as long as your car does, which is great. Application, super easy. We spent a lot of time making this formula, again, self-leveling, no harsh solvents, plenty of time to work with, so very easy to use. But as soon as this cures, which is anywhere from like 2 to 4 hours after application, you will have a problem getting it off. So you want to be careful and mindful of it. However, the application, it's pretty much that. The great thing about trim, and especially this kind of rough, kind of porous trim, you don't have to do a lot to it. You don't have to worry about leveling on the paint as much. You don't have to worry about the glass that you have to look through. This is pretty much going to take care of itself. If you do find some high spots, we include a microfiber. Thank you, Skylar. We include a microfiber that can help kind of level that after it's settled for a little while. But I've found that with this type of trim, it's kind of thirsty enough to just kind of apply it, make sure you don't overdo it, make sure you get complete coverage, but there's really nothing else to it. Like our other ceramics, we recommend doing cross hatch pattern. Again, I say this every time, there's nothing magic about it, just make sure you get every square inch of trim. Now again, I mentioned earlier, why does something that's as crystal clear as ceramic or our trim shine or white like the hybrid make plastic darker? So there are some trim shines or trim restoration products that actually add black dye. You can see why that would be somewhat of an advantage. If you have kind of white chalky oxidized plastic, adding color to that will bring that back. However, that can cause problems when not all trim is the same type of black or depth of black or color of black. Some aren't even black at all. And there's cars that aren't black next to the trim. So if you get some spillage or bleeding or runoff from it, you can cause issues on your paint and other surfaces. All of our products are clear and or white. The active ingredient is essentially going to be clear. And what's happening with, I guess, the science, and maybe Brett has to put some warning, science content. Much like metal corrosion, regular corrosion, plastic will corrode. And that's basically what's happening here. It's basically plastic oxidation, primarily from UV light, from thermal expansion and contraction, and it'll start breaking down the long polymer chains of the plastic material. When those are kind of pulled and stretched, they eventually will break. What happens in those little crevices and cracks is you can get water and moisture and debris. You can get kind of cracks in those long polymers that then let the kind of oils and plasticizers from the plastic basically bleed off and they oxidize away. What that does is make this chalky, white, bad-looking trim. You've heard of the zebra stripe phenomenon. This car has it all over. You can see that kind of almost looks like waves of light and dark oxidation. That is telltale signs of plastic oxidation. Those cracks can get filled with things. So you'll notice when it rains, your trim looks great. Oh, what's going on here? There is water getting into those cracks and letting the light reflect off of that in a nice even pattern. When it dries again, the light scatters and is diffused in those cracks, making it look white and chalky. What we're doing with a trim shine, with the hybrid, with this ceramic, is filling those in a more permanent way. And that's why even with a clear liquid, you get dark black, deep looking color in your trim. One of the other more permanent solutions that you'll find for trim that looks like this, the zebra print and oxidized, is high heat or even flame. So you'll see people saying, oh, hit it with a heat gun, hit it with a propane torch. That will work. That will work. And for a similar reason with the ceramic, the thing that's being lost are those oils and plasticizers. When you go over this with high heat, you will essentially allow movement of more of the oils and plasticizers to come back to the surface. It'll kind of scorch off that top oxidized layer and bring the oils back from underneath. So if you can do it, it will work. However, it would be very easy to get a little bit too hot in one area, not the same amount of heat in the next area, and you're going to get a very uneven coating unless you're an expert at it. And if you make one of those mistakes with a flame or with a heat gun, you're done. I mean, that's going to be, you're basically, the failure is melting. So you will have to get a new piece for your vehicle or just end up looking at that spot forever. The other kind of bad downside of that is you're stealing plasticizers and oils from somewhere else down in the plastic. Eventually that's going to wear out. So it's going to start aging again as soon as it's done with the heat. As soon as you go out, it's going to start getting oxidized again. That process is going to continue to happen because there's no protection. The difference here with something like ceramic is we are putting a protective layer on top. And it is, if you do this right out of the gate, you're basically sealing all that good stuff into the plastic, into your car surfaces. So you're not robbing from under layers, because eventually that will stop happening and your part will just fail. It'll be a major crack or it gets too brittle and it just shatters. So short-term fix, if you're comfortable with it, you can try it. I would not recommend it. We do not recommend that. It is just much easier and much less risky to simply apply a trim product or even a ceramic coating, which some people are intimidated from or intimidated by. It's very easy to apply and gives you years of protection without the risk of melting your plastic. As you're going back and looking at your work, remember you have like a 2 to 4 hour window before this starts to lock up. So I kind of went down to this side, down the quarter panel, come back up and assess my work up here that's been there for a few minutes. And if Brett is seeing what I'm seeing, there's a little bit like a high shiny spot here and here. Again, no big deal because we're still fresh on this. You can go back and get nice even wipes to even that out. Or again, if you're so inclined, you can use the included microfiber towel to kind of knock down that top layer. Again, this does a little bit of the same process as trim shine. It's going to knock a little bit of that extra protection off, a little bit of that extra shine off. However, the ceramic is still getting down into that surface, into those kind of crevices and cracks that are causing that nasty white uneven appearance. So again, before that settles up, make your corrections. There's also questions if you have super porous or rough trim. Some people want to put multiple layers. Layering up is great. We recommend it for those areas that get a lot of wear and tear, kind of step boards, things like that. After that 2 to 4 hours, there's enough curing happening that you can then go back, apply, and it will be adding layer rather than kind of re-wetting the surface. So if you want multiple layers, give it 2 to 4 hours, go back at it. So that covers 3 different ways to protect and keep your trim looking great for the lifetime of your vehicle. If you're interested in more science content like this, let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Have more questions about detailing? We got a whole library full, starting with this video.